Assume that this is an electromagnetic wave transmitting tower, just like your cellular tower or your FM radio tower. And this one is a receiver that converts your electromagnetic waves to electricity. Now, there is a red LED light on the transmitting tower, and I've also connected this red LED light load here. You can see. And now I'm going to turn on the switch, and this should receive electromagnetic waves. You see? On, and here we have it. And this is happening wirelessly. No wire given, everything wirelessly. Let's turn off one more light, and I believe you can see better. And once I turn off the transmitter, they both go off. Now, before you guys start thinking of this as a fake video, let me tell you guys that this is just for demonstration to make a very important point that is going to come next. And this transmitting tower has nothing to do with this receiving end. Now, this is my super capacitor pack. It can charge from 0 to 12 volts. So the next part becomes quite obvious, which is storing the received charge from the receiver to this capacitor bank. Finally, I'm going to use this DC fan because the capacitors, the supercapacitors, should have charged by now. And this is true that this circuit is drawing power wirelessly and charging the capacitors. Cool, right? Now, this is the basic criteria on which Maxwell Chikumbutso's inventions rely on, and they somehow remind me of Nikola Tesla, who wanted to build this big power transmission tower and then transmit electricity to the receiving end. Now, the great difference is that Tesla wanted power transmission from the transmitting tower to the receiver. Like this is the transmitting tower, and Tesla wanted to transmit power from the transmitting tower to the receiver. Whereas what Chikumbutso claims that he did is use the power from the radio frequency towers. Now here is a great catch. The radio frequency towers are not designed for emitting large amount of frequency, and so they cannot deliver that much amount of power to a receiving end because they are designed for information transfer, not power transmission. Let me explain this to you in a simple way. The transmitting tower emits photons, and these photons carry energy, and this energy is given by the formula E is equal to hf. H stands for Planck's constant and F is for frequency, which shows us that energy for the photon is directly proportional to the frequency. Higher the frequency, higher is the power transmission. Now, the second most important pointer that is actually going to nullify the claim of Chikumbutso's inventions is the inverse square law that applies to someone who has traveled a distance from that transmitting tower. And this happens because the tower is not pointing electromagnetic waves in a very specific pointed manner, just like a laser light. It is spreading it in a spherical manner all around us. So it is not dedicated to a specific point, and thus it is going to reduce as we move step by step further from the transmitting tower. Now, unless Chikumbutso has actually built his power station just below the transmitting tower, and even then a single transmitting tower is not going to prove that his inventions are 100% correct, because then again the tower is spreading the photons upwards, this side, and some to the bottom. Now, this method can actually work for Chikumbutso only if he has somehow convinced the telephone companies and the FM broadcast channels to focus all the electromagnetic waves to a single point, which is Chikumbutso's lab, or the place where he is actually powering his stuff. Because if we are focusing electromagnetic waves at a certain point, then this inverse square law is not going to apply. Even if he has convinced the telephone companies and broadcast companies to direct all the electromagnetic waves to his residence or lab wherever he is working, there are going to be difficulties for the traveling waves because there are big buildings and moisture, dust particles, and trees, birds, etc. that are going to hinder with the radio frequency waves, and thus reducing the intensity from the transmitting end to the receiving end. And now comes the most important pointer on how to make it actually work. As I said, the first thing is lesser obstacles between the transmitting tower and the receiving end, number one. Number two, all the transmitting towers, even if it is broadcast tower, cellular tower, FM radio tower, They have to focus all the electromagnetic waves to a single point, which is going to be the receiving end. Number 3, increasing the frequency of the photons. Like the electromagnetic waves are made up of large number of very small photons, and these photons are charged at a certain frequency. This frequency has to be really high. So that's all, guys. See you in the next video. I hope you got my point from the video. If you have queries, you can always ask them in comments. Bye bye.